in the on the beach.
Nice. That's really
Uh,
nice.
Only to walk on the coast.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's a cool day at the beach, but still a day at the beach. I guess it's better than nothing. Rashid, welcome to class too. Rashid, how's it going?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, fine. I'm fine. Can you hear me, Jules?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you. I
Nice.
was
Okay.
today I was shopping with my wife, so she has bought very much clothes. So
Okay. We probably say she bought a lot of clothes.
oh, she bought
Yeah, bought.
she bought a lot of clothes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Um, I guess that doesn't sound like that much fun, but maybe it's good for her. Um,
Yes.
all right. And Javo, welcome to class. Javo, how are you?
Hi, Joshua. Yeah, I'm good.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice.
Hi. It's been a while. Nice seeing you.
Nice to see you too. Yeah, it has been a while. How have you been?
I'm doing great. Yeah. Thank you. How about
Okay,
you?
cool.
Hmm?
Been really well. Thanks for asking. And so
Yeah.
yeah, Javo, what have you done today?
Not much. This morning I cleaned my house. My house looked a little bit dirty, and I cleaned it, and right now it look tidy, yeah, and clean.
Nice. Okay. That's good. I actually probably should clean my house. My house is pretty dirty.
Yeah, because
Um,
the new year is coming. Yeah.
the new year is coming.
Oh no, I mean we have another New Year,
Uh,
Chinese New Year.
okay.
Chinese Lunar New Year. Yeah,
When is the Chinese New Year?
it's occur in February. February.
Okay. I actually didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah,
Nice.
it's
Yeah.
called Lunar New Year. Yeah, I know you foreigner never heard about it, right?
We've definitely heard about it. I just didn't know when it was.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay.
yeah.
So you guys celebrate this Lunar New Year also? Yeah, I
Not
mean
really,
in
no.
America? No, right? So
Yeah, so
only
there's,
not only Chinese people celebrate
I
Chinese
think
Lunar New
so.
Year. Okay.
I think so. Adela, have you ever celebrated it? Or Rashid, have you?
No, no,
Okay.
no. I
Yeah.
Sorry.
never celebrated. No.
And so Adela, have you ever celebrated the Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year?
I don't hear very well. Sometimes a noise. Sorry.
Okay, don't be sorry. So that's probably why.
Maybe it's my connection.
I think it was using the wrong microphone for me too. So yeah, Adela, have you ever celebrated the Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year?
Okay. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I don't hear you.
I can hear you. I'm
Ah,
sorry.
okay. Uh,
Okay. And yeah, so the question, have you ever celebrated the Chinese or the Lunar New Years?
I celebrate the New Year, the Chinese not.
Yeah.
Is the next celebrate, no? The Chinese. It's not same to the European.
Yeah. I guess, Jabo, can you explain a little bit about the Chinese New Year?
Yeah.
Jabo.
You want me to explain?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to explain because we have different kind of celebration. Yeah. Usually Chinese Lunar New Year's is come after maybe 1 month uh, from the normal New Year's. I mean, yeah, come after. Yeah. No, normal people just celebrate New Year at January 1st, but we have another New Year's. We celebrate by the lunar calendar, and it usually come 1 month comes after the normal New Year's. Yeah, is that clear to you?
Yeah. No, that works for sure.
Okay, okay.
And the next year, the year is another animal. It's each year have an animal or no? Or
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
about this year, February 15th. We will celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year, February. Yeah.
February. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. I guess that's good. Let's get started on today's class. And so let's have Javo. Can you read the title and the next few lines?
Okay. Tom Twain. Today we will learn about Tom Twain, learn about his pen name, and discuss a number of his quotations. And I pronounce the Mark Twain, is that correct? And I pronounce his name correctly or not?
I think Joshua is not hearing you, I think.
Yes.
Joshua is disappeared.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Can you just repeat it one more time, Mark Twain? Mark Twain.
Oh, Mark Twain. Okay.
Yeah, Mark Twain. So make sure you get that K sound. But yeah, you did a good job. Um,
Okay.
okay. And Javo, can you ask Rashid the first question?
Rashid. Okay. Do you like to read? Who is your favorite author?
Um, yeah, sometimes I like to read. Uh, um, my favorite author, I don't know. I think I'm I'm almost I'm only reading study books for this moment. No romance and not other literature. But the last one I thought was titled "To Be Afraid and Do It Anyway." I thought it was the title, dude, and I don't know what the name was for the author, but I do know that she is she don't live anymore because she had I thought uh, breast cancer, but it's very tragic. But I don't know her name. I forgot it. But I think that's my last book.
Okay. Um, really nice, though. Good job. So to be afraid and to do it anyways. All right. And what about you, Adela? Do you have a favorite author and do you like to read?
No, exactly. I like Spanish authors like Julia Navarro and others different. And international, I like Ken Follett or Noah Gordon. This is interesting. And I like South Americans as Gabriel Garcia Marquez or say. I don't have any specific author.
Okay. Nice. But good. So you like Julio Navarro, Ken Follett, and I'm not sure who else you said. But yeah, that's
No. Is the I think is the author of the Doctor. Is a trilogy, I think, or El Médico. Noah, no, Gordon. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I don't know.
Okay. NOA,
NOA?
NOA, N, no, and, sorry, finish, okay, and no, and no, and G.O. Gordon, G.O. Erase the N.
Okay.
The
R.
first N, Gordon,
Noah Gordon?
okay. I think I think is the name. Maybe
Okay.
I.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, but yeah, that's good. Okay. Um, and Javo, what about you? Do you have any favorite authors? Do you like to read?
Actually, I don't like to read because reading a novel is very tiresome, and it takes me 2 or 3 months to finish it. I feel a little tired, but and I usually read about the book of business, but also it's come from Taiwan. And okay, I also know the Twain is a he's a very famous writer, and I know his book about Tom Sawyer. Yeah. Um, when I was a child, watch. I'm not reading the novel, but I watch the cartoon of Tom Sawyer, and I found it very interesting, and I can expand my imagination when after I watch the cartoon. And the cartoon is it's made by Japanese company, but translated in Taiwan Chinese language.
Wow, I didn't know that at all. That's really cool, though.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and Jocelyn, welcome to class. Jocelyn, how are you? Okay, Ken, how's it going? Ken, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. And okay. And yeah, sorry, let's go on. Javo, can you ask Rashid the next question?
Crush, Mark Twain wrote a lot of satire. What is your favorite genre of literature?
My favorite genre of literature. I think self-help books. I think I don't know how you exactly call them, but it's not it's not
Yeah,
romance or that kind of things. Yes.
self-help books, definitely. That works. Um, okay. All right, nice, yeah. What about you, Ken? Do you have a favorite genre of book?
Not particular. I don't read literature so much. I like other types of book more than literature.
Okay. Okay, so what other types of books do you like? Biographies, autobiographies, self-help books?
Hmm. Yeah, biography is interesting. Uh, recently I read the KFC's the Carl Sanders biography. Yeah, it was an interesting biography.
Okay, really. What did you learn about Colonel Sanders?
He started KFC in a pretty late age, actually. But before that, he had a career as a gas stands manager, or he was a good salesman actually, or he mastered how to manage the shops or business. So kind of his life is dramatic, but actually he before that he was preparing for that big success of KFC.
Okay, nice. Yeah, really good. And all right, what about you, Adela? Do you have a favorite genre?
Nowadays, normally historic novels, more or less. But when I was younger, I like Lovecraft or John le Carré. This is a thriller, or my gender, favorite gender, has changed with the age, with the years,
Okay, nice.
through the years.
Has changed with the years.
Okay.
With the years. Okay, good. And can you repeat genre? Genre?
Genre.
Yeah, genre.
Genre.
Yeah. And Javo, can you repeat genre as well?
Genre?
Good. Okay. And let's have Adela, can you ask Jabo the last question?
Jabo, what do you know about Mark Twain?
Oh, well, I know he is a famous writer, author in America, and I know he was very talented when he invent and create so many characters in his novel, and he made lots of money by selling his book. But uh, he literally start his business, but I know that he didn't do well, and he went broke, and someone helped him to come out of the bankruptcy, and finally he doing well with his bankruptcy and come back to life.
Okay. Yeah, nice. So he had a lot of money problems. He invested in some bad things, but he did make a lot of money with his books. Good. Awesome. Yeah. I think that's great. Does anybody have anything to add?
I thought that he was also a humorist. I think.
Yeah, definitely. He was a humorist,
Yeah. And
for sure. Definitely. And let's go on to the next page, and let's have Rashid. Can you read the title and the words?
vocabulary. Read the words. Ask about words you don't know. Pen name. Sequel. Satire. Setting. Wit. Prose. Comprehension. Interferer. I think there are 4 or 5 words I don't know. Can I ask them?
Yeah. So hold on one second. Let's stick with the
Yeah, okay.
pronunciation for just now. Can you repeat satire?
Can you repeat that? Sat
Satire.
satire. Satire.
Good. Satire.
Satire.
And interfere.
Interfere. Interfere.
Good.
Interfere.
And Rashid, is there any way that you could raise the volume on your microphone just a little bit?
Um,
Yeah,
yes.
that's good, actually.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
And good. So questions. Do you have any questions about any of these words?
I don't know. Sequel. Sequel? Is that
Okay.
something what's next or sequel?
Yeah. Yeah. So it could be the second book in a series of books.
Okay.
Um, so
Okay. So then I understand it. Yes. And satire, is that something? Is that humorists a kind of humor? Uh,
Satire, yeah. It's a kind of humor. Who can explain what satire is? Does anyone know?
Is it some? Is it something you maybe you can laugh about politician you have seen on television and that kind of things, or is that an other?
It's a little bit different, I think, from what.
Okay.
Yeah, Adela, do you know what satire is?
Um, I think it's a humor very sharp, no? Or no?
Yeah, so a sharp humor. Um, yeah, can you add anything, Jabo? What's satire?
Satire could mean you, you you describe something with a very exaggerated way. You want to show off something is foolish or something is
Hmm.
wicked or something
Yeah,
is not good. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So you use like humor, irony, exaggeration to kind of like make fun of people or to point out their stupidity or vices.
Oh, is that? I thought in the past days you had a program what's called Spitting Image. Is that kind of programs or?
Um, I'm not sure what spitting image is.
Okay, okay. That was a program from in England, I thought.
Okay, I'm not
Ah,
sure. I've never heard of
okay,
it.
okay. No, I think I understand what
Okay.
satire is. Yes.
Yeah, so a famous satirist, um, Jonathan Swift, was a famous English satirist. Today we probably have like Stephen Colbert was big on it. Yeah, Jonathan Swift was famous for it. Those are really famous English-speaking satirists. Okay, and any other questions?
Wit. I don't know what wit means.
Okay, good. And who can explain what wit is?
It's a humor very intelligent, very for a smart it's a smart person have a humor very very good or very special. I don't.
Yeah, no, definitely. So it would be like an intelligent type of humor. Um, yeah, so wit is just an intelligent humor. Do you have something else to add, Adela?
Maybe is invent uh, easy, no? Is to respond have our easy.
Okay, I think I might have lost you. I'm not sure if it's my internet or yours,
No, I've
but
also lost Adela. Yes.
okay. Um, so yeah, Adela, maybe if you write it in the chat box for now. Rashid, you had a couple other questions, I think.
The last one is prose.
Okay, and who can explain? Maybe Jabo. Do you know what prose is?
Mm. Prose means some kind of long article, right? Um, and something that Mark Twain uh, wrote in his novel. Yeah, it's a very ordinary written language. Yeah. It's a kind of language and a kind of article.
Yeah, so prose is just any type of writing that's not poetry. So prose could be an essay or a story. Um, a novel, a biography, that's all prose. Poetry is the only type of writing that's not prose. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice job, Adela. And good. Does anybody else have any questions on this page? Okay, good. And Adela, how's your internet connection? Can you talk again?
I think, do you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you well.
Yeah, sometimes it's my smartphone, sorry.
Okay, don't worry. Awesome. And let's go on to the next page. Let's try this. Let's try Jabo. Can you read the first paragraph?
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Samuel Langhorne, Clemens, better known by his pen name Mark Twain, was an American author and humorist. He wrote the Adventures of Tom Sawyer and his sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The latter is often called the Great American Novel.
Good. And Huckleberry. Can you repeat Huckleberry?
Huckleberry.
Good.
Huckle is Tom's friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huck. Huck is
Uh,
Tom's friend.
a close friend, right?
Yeah.
hmm Okay.
And yeah, good.
And
So
Huckle was also a orphan. I mean, he didn't have any parents. Yeah.
I
Right.
think Huck had his dad, but his dad was kind of abusive, so he wasn't a very good dad. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, so his dad kind of left him. He was a gambler and he drank a lot, and so every once in a while he came back. So at the beginning of Huck Finn, the dad comes back and Huck has to escape the dad, pretty much. Um, but good, okay, and I think that's solid. Does anybody have any questions up here in this first paragraph?
No.
Okay, and maybe Rashid, the great American novel. What do you think would make a novel be qualified to be the great American novel?
Hmm. I think maybe it was a bestseller. I don't know. That
Okay.
a lot of people had bought it, or that I don't know how you call it, but there are people who appreciate some kind of books or
Critics?
critics. Yes, maybe the critics have said it's a good book. I don't know. I
Okay, yeah, so I think that's part of it. So the critics liked it. Adela, can you think of any other reasons why?
I think it's represent to the Mississippi River, the life of, in this moment, the um, I think a types of American life. I don't know exactly because it's or why it's a great American novel, but I think it's the Mississippi life is.
Okay. Yeah, so it represents the life on the Mississippi River or in that part of America at the time. I think that's
on
really
the
good. So,
on the south, no, of the is
yeah,
no.
it also represented life in the South, for sure. Represented life in the South. Yeah, I think it represented and it talked about a lot of the problems that America had at the time. It criticized a lot of America. It was also, yeah, it just talked about it. It like brought things to light that maybe normally weren't discussed or were discussed in different ways. Um, so yeah, I think it represented America very well for the time. And that's probably why I got the title. Um, okay, and Rashid, can you read the next paragraph?
says, Twain grew up in Hannibal, Missouri, which provided the setting for Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. After a- uh, app- apprenticeship, appre- apprenticeship with a printer, he worked as a typesetter and contributes articles to the newspaper of his older brother, Orion Clements. He later became a riverboat pilot on the Mississippi River before uh, heading west to join Orion in Nevada. His wit and satire in prose and in speech aimed praise from critics and peers, and he was a friend to presidents, artists, industrialists, and European royalty.
Okay, good. Nice job. So a couple things. Let's start with royalty.
Royalty.
Royalty, industrialists.
Industrialists. Industrialists.
Good. Industrialists, satire.
Satire. Oh yeah, satire.
Yeah,
Satire.
satire. Contributed.
Contributed. Contributed.
Good. Um, apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship. Apprenticeship.
Good. Apprenticeship. Nice.
Apprenticeship. Mhm.
Very nicely done. And Adela, can you read the last little part?
He was he was lauded as the greatest American humorist. He was lauded as the greatest American humorist of his age, and William Faulkner called Twain the father of American literature.
Good. Faulkner. Faulkner.
Faulkner.
Yeah. Falk. Falk.
Faulkner.
Yeah. Faulkner.
Faulkner.
Good. And lauded.
Lauded.
Good. Nice. You did a good job there. Does anybody have any questions here on this page?
Mm, yeah. Apparent. Apprenticeship. Apprenticeship. Apprenticeship.
Ah, yeah, apprenticeship. Um,
Apprenticeship.
yeah, who can explain what an apprenticeship is?
Apprenticeship.
Is a young person who works as an older person to have a job to learn about the job.
Yeah, exactly. So an apprentice is somebody who's learning a job, and generally they agree to work for zero or low wages while they're learning the job. Um, yeah, and so yeah, an apprenticeship is just like a job where you're learning a lot about the job, but you're not earning very much money. If
But is the person also in school or
No, no. So apprentice is just with jobs. So it's not a person in school. It's just with a job.
okay?
It's
Okay.
not normal nowadays, but
Yeah.
in other time, yes, because to have a work or to have a job, you need to go with a person
Mhm.
that have a experience, etc. I think
hmm
today is not.
Exactly. Good. So not very common now. I guess we could call them. Oh wow, they're not apprenticeships anymore. They're um, internships, or probably internships are the modern day equivalent. So when you start working for a company, generally you get paid very little or no money. So there are a lot of unpaid internships where you just kind of learn the fields, and you can put it on your resume. So I guess that would be a modern day equivalent to an apprenticeship. Okay, any other questions? Okay, and so in that case, let's go to the next page. And let's have Rashid, can you ask Jabo the first question?
Yes. What is Mark Twain's most famous story?
Mark Twain's most favorite story are Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, and the latter one marked as the great American novel.
Good.
Mhm.
The latter one was known as great American novel.
Good. The ladder. Can you repeat ladder?
The latter was double as the great American novel.
Yeah. Good. Really nice job, Javo. Good memory. And Javo, can you ask Adela the next question?
Adela, where did Mark Twain grow up?
I think Mark Twain grew up near Mississippi, but I don't remember exactly the the name
Marjorie,
of
Marjorie, Florida, right?
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, so he grew
Missouri.
up in Missouri. Yeah, he was right on the Mississippi River, I believe. So he was right on the river, but yeah, in Missouri, which, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Good job, Adela. And Adela, can you ask Rashid the next question?
Rashid, what were some of Mark Twain's jobs?
Mm, some of Mark Twain's jobs were typesetter, and he also contributed articles to the newspaper of his brother, and he also was a riverboat pilot. And yes, that's what I can remember. But
Good. I think that was pretty much it. You did a good job. Yeah, and a typesetter. Does anybody know what a typesetter is?
mm, yeah, I think I know it, but I can't explain it very good. It, I, I think that job doesn't exist anymore. I think, but
Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay. So maybe we could say the person who arranged the letters in a printing press.
yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Okay, and let's go on to the next page. Ah, let's skip that for now. Let's look at this, and let's have Adela. Can you read this quotation?
Yes. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt.
Good. Can you repeat mouth? Sorry, Adela. Can you repeat mouth?
Mouth.
Yeah, mouth. All right, and Adela, can you ask Rashid the question?
Rashid, what does this quotation mean?
Mm, let me think it. Um, I think maybe it's better to say nothing than to say something stupid or something what's not very thoughtful. I
Hmm.
think.
Do you agree or do you disagree?
Think you are a fool. I think when, yeah, it depends. I think it depends. When it's your how you call it, your opinion, or when you think about something, yeah, you disagree with some ideas from someone else, then I think you haven't to close your mouth. That you can, yeah,
Sorry, Rashid. I can't quite hear you. Can you raise your volume a little bit?
yeah. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, it's still a little bit quiet. I can't raise my volume anymore. Um,
Okay.
Maybe if you speak up a little bit, or just speak more slowly.
Okay. I say, I don't know if yeah, in some points I agree with it, but in others I disagree.
Yeah.
But I disagree when it's your opinion, when you are thinking about something, yes, what is not common with the other person, then I think you haven't, you can also, yeah, say what you are thinking. But when you don't know for sure for something, when it's a fact or something else, then I think when you don't know, you can better, yeah, you can better close your mouth. Yes.
Good.
I don't know if I'm very clear at the point, but
I think you are very clear. I think you did a really good job. Really good grammar, too. Yeah, so there's definitely some times when this is a good quotation to follow, and sometimes when it's not. I think to some extent, too, saying something that's wrong or foolish is a good way to just start a discussion and to learn something. So sometimes if you don't say anything, then you remain ignorant. But yeah, I think he's saying if you're talking about something like it's better to keep your mouth shut if you actually don't really know. Okay, and does anybody have anything else to add? Anything else to add or any other comments or questions? Okay. Let's go here and let's have Jabo. Can you read the role of the little boy? And let's have Adela. Can you read the role of the tiger?
Okay. We are supposed to have this. This word is very small. I cannot see very well. Okay. This whole stupid book read by tomorrow. Okay. Okay. I try again. We are supposed to have this whole stupid book read by tomorrow.
Flip, 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 flip.
Flip, 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 flip. Me
Yeah.
again? Okay, there. It's good to get that out of the way.
Reading goes faster if you don't sweat comprehension. Sweet
Where,
comprehension.
where is the frisbee?
Good. And let's have Rashid. Can you ask Adela the question at the bottom of the page?
yes. Um, Adela, what is happening in this comic?
I don't know exactly, but I think the boy don't like to do the homework, and is very uh, smart to read or to pass the page of the book very, and they, I think, see some words or some page is enough, I think.
And
but I don't know.
and have you ever done something like this?
Uh, Sometimes when I was in the secondary, if I need to have, for example, work as a book, first I read the summary, and after that, 3 or 4 page of each chapter is sufficient. Is enough. Sorry, for a work, for a homework. To elaborate a little
Oh man.
is is enough.
Okay. Um, yeah, that sounds funny. Good. And so, Javo, this
Yeah.
quotation, he says, reading goes faster if you don't sweat the comprehension. What do you think that means?
Uh, it probably means that if you if you are concentrated in this book, you will have more comprehension, and you don't have to be so tired to read this book, and you read with fun, and because the little boy just want to play outside with his frisbee, so he he don't have minds on the novel, so the tiger just said that kind of words to him. To It's a
Okay.
kind of satire, right?
Yeah, he's joking around.
Yeah.
But he's being truthful. Reading definitely goes faster if you don't sweat the comprehension. What's comprehension?
Comprehension means that the degree of realization that you related to the book. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like understanding or learning, knowledge, anything that goes there. What's it mean if you don't sweat?
Uh, you don't sweat. Sweat mean you work very hard, and some kind of uh, you feel very tired, and some kind of sweat come from your body.
Yeah,
And mhm.
so if you don't sweat something, you don't care about it. So I'm not going to sweat the spilled milk. You know, don't sweat spilled milk is probably a pretty common saying. So just sweating something is caring about it or working really hard uh, in concern for it.
To
So if you
do
don't,
an effort, no?
huh?
To do an effort special, no?
Huh? To make an effort? Yeah. So if you sweat something, you make an effort about it. Um, but generally, it's to not care about something. So if you don't sweat it, you don't care about it. So if you don't care about maybe understanding what you read, you can read a lot faster. Here's what the lion says, or the tiger, basically. Um, does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and so, what about you, Rashid? Did you ever do anything like this when you were a kid?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That's what Adele have said before. It's very how you call it? Um, how you call that? I recognize it. Yes, I recognize it because I also did the same in school. We has also to read a book, and the first thing what I was doing is also reading the summary and. But there was only one book I've read, I thought, but I don't know. I don't know what's the title is.
Really?
Yeah,
Sometimes
it was a young boy and an old man, and they had and it goes about a very special fish they have seen. But I think it's now 30 years ago. This it's a long time.
It sounds like The Giver a little bit.
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like an English book called The Giver.
Yeah, or the fish called a mantra. I thought of mantra of I don't know, but it's so long. The Giver. could be. It could be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an American author, I believe, unless British. But
Okay.
yeah. So,
Okay.
but good. Adela, what were you saying?
No, it's another thing to have the homework is to say a classmate, tell me what is the plot of the
Yeah.
of the book you write. is is
Yeah, that's true.
easier than the other.
Yeah. Just common ways to get around doing homework. But good, yeah. And Rashid, I put the link to that book in the
Oh,
chat
thank you.
box if you're
Oh, thank you.
interested. But good. Let's
Thanks.
go on to do one more. Yeah, let's look at this. Javo, can you read the quotation?
Okay. Uh, I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. What does this quotation mean? Do we agree or disagree? Why?
Yeah. And what do you think, Javo? What do you think it means?
Uh, it means that Twain want to focus and concentrate on his education, and he didn't want that schooling test to interfere to bother his education. Yeah. This is what I guess. I really don't know what this quotation means.
Okay, I think that's a good point. Rashid, do you have anything else to add?
Mm, you can. I think you can interpret it in many ways, but you can also yeah. One way to interpret is maybe he was streetwise and yeah, maybe there was a difference between the knowledge he knows of or he learns on school and maybe the knowledge and so he learns on the job. I don't know, maybe streetwise or
Yeah. So the difference between like work-related knowledge and school-related knowledge, yeah, I
yeah.
think there's a gap between maybe what you learn in school and how the real world works. But the idea that schooling isn't the only thing that's tied with education, because a lot of people understand school and education to be synonymous, and then once you leave school, your education
Yes.
is over. And
Hmm.
I think he is trying to say that school might have something to do with education, but it isn't education in itself. Like, so it's saying schooling and education are two different things, and sometimes schooling can actually hurt education. So it can interfere with it. And so yeah, I think that's a good point though. Um, and yeah, so we're just about out of time. I have another class right after this if you guys want to join it. Does anybody have any last questions?
Um, no, only I think schooling is a period of your education because education is around all your life, and schooling is only a period.
Nice, yeah, that's really good. Well said, Adela. All right, but yeah, thanks again for coming into class, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you,
Bye.
Joshua. See you next.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.